Hello, Acreash here. It's been a while since the last video. I told you I was going to be doing a book called Lilly's Angel. It's this book here. By Charlayne Elizabeth Denney. It is the first book in a series called Fangs and Halo. The video took so long because I actually struggled to finish this book. The idea of the plot was actually interesting, and I will tell you there will be certain spoilers, unavoidable I guess. But basically an angel ends up falling and gets turned into a vampire, which I thought was intriguing. And I honestly probably would have liked it a lot more if it wasn't for the particular writing style. I read almost every type of book, but there are certain styles I find more difficult for me to read than others. And this is one I tend to have difficulty with. It tends to elaborate on certain points that, as I was reading, I didn't think I needed to know, whereas other things, it's like, where's the information I need, and there's nothing there. Just brief glimpses of this and that. I spent most of the book not even realizing what the two main characters looked like, because the descriptions weren't very detailed for me. Whereas the first meeting of this vampire cat, because there's a vampire cat, which is awesome. Vampire cats are awesome. I get a full-on description. I have this full image in my head. He's a sassy little thing. Love him to pieces. But the main woman, I know she's a brothel worker. She's a vampire. And it took me about most of the book to realize she had really long hair, which I did not know. I realized she had dark hair and she was a darker skinned girl, and that was about all I knew, because I didn't get much of the details. I might have overlooked them, I don't know, but it wasn't there for me. The book itself is fairly fast paced. Like, I'm pretty sure the entire book takes place in like 3 days. Might be a few more, but it's extremely fast paced, which is something considering how big this book is. It is over 300 pages, and it covers 3 days, but it seems to go exceedingly fast. I will tell you that if you do read this book, a few of you should be warned, there are a few triggers in here. I was personally thrown for a loop when, towards the end of the book, there's no detail in it, but a rape happens. I had not expected that. It threw me. It made it a little difficult for me to finish reading it. Again, there was no detail, so it wasn't too bad. But for those that are far more sensitive to certain things, it's in there. Basically, the main character is Lilly. She was the brothel worker, and she gets turned at the beginning of the book by this man that she's in love with. So in the opening, you basically see her get turned and her funeral. but you don't know much about the guy other than the fact that he's basically watched this girl grow up in a brothel and slept with other women while being in love with her, even though she's been in the brothel since she was a child, and he's been in love with her like the entire time. But he waited till she was of age to sleep with her, so I guess there's that. But it's kind of creepy to me, just a little bit. I mean, mad props that the guy waited, but again, creepy, just to me. It might be to other people, don't know. But yeah, after her funeral, it kind of jumps to Hurricane Katrina, and the rest of the book happens shortly after the storm passed and the flooding's going on and everything's gone to hell, basically. It's basically this angel. He gets attacked by some looters. His wings get taken, and she wakes up. Things happen. She has no training because, she was buried, and she turns him. So he's been forced to fall and turn into a vampire. But after that, I mean, it starts out, we don't even know anything about him. We just know his name's Sullivan. He's an enforcer angel. That's about all we know. And he wakes up, and it's like they're talking about wanting, he's upset because, she turned him, and then a few pages later, not much has changed, and all of a sudden he's giving her it's not his real name, and he had this name picked because of this Irish man he knew way back when, who he watched kill himself because his wife died in a famine. There's like no lead in to why this happened. There's no relevance. He just blurts it out. It's like, okay, why? Why is this in here? What's the importance? I don't get it at all. It's just like this random fact thrown in this conversation. And it's extremely personal for him that he's telling this girl he's known all of maybe 2 hours, and it's like, wait, what? But then you see parts where her interacting with her cat and the relationship they have. He protects her because he's been with her since she first woke up. He brings her food, he keeps her safe, he's her only companion. And the detail in that relationship is really amazing because the cat has got its own personality. He's a sassy, arrogant little bastard, but he's protective and he cares about her. She's lost her nut a little bit. It's, like I said, in certain parts I get a lot of detail, which is really great. But then in other parts, like, I have nothing, or there's just this random facts thrown in that have nothing to do with anything, or I don't understand the relevance at all. I mean, about halfway through, it starts throwing in people left and right. Here's this person, and it's just like, who, what, why do we need to know these people? Like, they end up at a parade, and you meet two guys, which is great. LGBTQ parade, it was awesome, pro, so on, so forth, great. But other than the parade itself, and him going to check back with them later, after certain events, you have no relevance for these people at all, and it's like, why did we need to know them? Other than, they're these group of people they randomly ran into. You meet 3 random angels at the end, and it's like, wait, what? Apparently they're the judgment angels, and they just show up to judge him, and it's just, apparently one of them's his best friend, and this one's the voice of God, and they just randomly show up, and you have no backstory for them whatsoever. They're just there, and this guy's really important to Sullivan. It's like, wait, what? Why? What? Who are these people, and what are they doing here? What happened now? There's another girl, and her ghoul, apparently she wants Lilly, but then she sees the angel, and all of a sudden Lilly doesn't matter, and she's irritated with her, even though she was desperate to have her 2 minutes ago, and all of a sudden she just wants her gone because she wants the angel. It's like, bipolar much? What happened? And I have no clue. I was seriously so confused. It was difficult for me. I know for some people they like faster paced stories, and I do read them. I do read some that are really fast, and some just take forever. But it was just really difficult for me. And I'm not saying she's a bad writer. She's not. She's not. I give mad props. It takes a lot to write, and it definitely takes a lot to put it out there for other people to read because they will judge you, good or bad. And I like the idea. I really do. And I do plan on getting the next book in the series to see what happens next because he's off in the mountains somewhere, apparently trying to become an angel again. I did not know that was a thing. I did not know you could unfall. But okay. I guess you can in this world, so why not? I kind of want to see what happens there. And Lily's off to meet her maker, and the other girl is in Orleans, and there's angels. I don't know what's going on. I have no clue what's going on. But I do want to see where it goes. Like I said, good plot. It's just the style was difficult. Maybe the next one will be easier for me to read. I don't know. To me, it's written kind of like a teen book, just in my opinion. The speech patterns and whatnot kind of jumping from thing to thing because, try and keep their focus, keep their attention. I think it'd be one my little sister would like to read because it just constantly go, go, go. And if she can't get her interested in like the first few pages, she won't read a book. So the constant jump, here we go, here we go, here we go, would probably keep her entertained. But I would recommend it, but I would suggest looking at the particular writing style, because if you like a more very detailed book, something like this will be exceedingly difficult for you. Again, it goes move, 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 jump, jump, jump. It's constant, and people jump in, jump out, and you have no idea what's going on, really. So if you like fast-paced books, it's excellent for you. Just be warned, there are certain triggers. You might want to look into them just so you know what's going on, so you know if it's something you need to avoid. You're welcome to message me. I will be happy to fill you in. But for me, I'd probably say a 4 out of 5. Like I said, good plot, but the writing style, it made it difficult and hard for me to enjoy, truly. But I will give her mad props. Again, this is hard work. It's not easy. And to all aspiring authors out there, keep going. I may read your stuff one day too, because, I picked this up at a con. She was a very sweet woman. And I will look forward to seeing her next work. Hopefully I will see her again, because I would love to actually sit down and talk with her. And, maybe she can explain some of the stuff that confused me or made it hard for me to understand. So, but she was very sweet, very polite. So, it's definitely something to look into. Again, this is Lily's Angel, Book 1 of the Fangs and Halo series. by Charlayne Elizabeth Denney. Over 300 pages. She did sign it for me, so yay. So I will give links on where to get it if I can find them. I do have the author's information, so I may get her to let me know where to find it. If it's not on the video when it's uploaded, I will update it as I find the information and put it out there for you guys to look into. So that is all I have to say, and I will be signing off for this. I will announce that I do have another project video coming out. I have more books to do for these, but I do have a special video coming out for one of the previous books. I have a friend coming to actually discuss the series with me because she has read the series. So we will be having a video where we discuss what we like about the book, we dislike, so on and so forth. If you find books or you've read books like these, I'd be happy to discuss them with you, just like anyone else. Again, links will be below, and you're welcome to let me know if you are an author or you know someone. I would be happy to support you. Send me the information, send me your comments. I will sign out. Bye.